Have you ever felt like you've outgrown the people that you're with in your life? And it's bringing with it a lot of feelings and emotions that you're not really sure of how to manage in your life. And that can even sometimes feel lonely. You don't know how to be around the old people in the same ways because you're somebody else. Well, fear not, because on this video today, we're going to be talking about what to do when you have outgrown the people that you are with right now. And I'm going to share with you 3 tips that are going to help you on your journey here, just to understand how you can be with these people, or what is the best way forward for you when you're in a point when you feel like you have outgrown the people around you. Hi, my name is Ankita, and on this channel, we are all about self-development so that we can become the best version of ourselves. I'm a coach and I've been on a journey which has helped me understand as I level up that I am going to outgrow people, and I've learned a few things on the path, and I want to share those things that I've learned with you today. So let's get started. Number 1, the first most important thing for you to remember when you're on this path of self-development is to recognize that you will always outgrow people. As you change, sometimes the people around you are not able to keep a pace. Sometimes you are the one that others outgrow. So the pace of development of yourself and the people around you is never really going to be same. So recognize the fact that you're always going to outgrow people, and it's not something personal, and it's also not something that you can control. Things happen, people change, world change, environment change, circumstances change, and that requires us to change as well. And as we change is how we grow. If we don't change, we can't grow. So what that tells us is it's very important to remember and realize that you can't stay with the same people forever, especially not in the same way. So recognize the fact that as you grow in your journey, as people around you grow in their journey, it's not going to be the same. That's the first most important thing for you to recognize, okay? And what that's going to do on your journey is it's going to let some people come and let some people go. Now, my tip number 2 for you is to recognize what you want to hold on to, what people are seemingly not being able to keep pace with you, or you're not able to keep pace with them, but you still want to have them in your life. And a very obvious example of this could be your family, because you love them and we're all on a different paths. We might not be keeping up with each other in the family at the same pace, but you still want them in your life, right? You don't want them to not be in your life. And that might apply to your friends, that might apply to somebody else in your circumstances, but basically you've recognized that there are these certain set of people that matter a lot to you, and you want to keep them in your life. You want to make sure there is space for them. So what do you do in that circumstance when you see that distance arising and you still want to keep them in your life? Now, if you want to keep them in your life, in all probability, you already have a relationship. And if you already have a relationship, you have a space to communicate. So at this point, it's really important, and I can't emphasize this enough, it's really important that you sit down and have a conversation with each other. Share about your life a little bit, talk about how the things that you have been doing together is maybe not working for you, and maybe it's time for you to explore new things together, time for you to recognize that there's something else that's needed in your environment, in your relationship, in your way of being with each other. This could actually just be with your life partner or your relationship partners as well. And what that gives you is an open dialogue, because maybe the other person has been feeling the same way, and that ways you can communicate with each other, come up with things that you both would mutually want to give a try together, see how that goes, rather than, having it inside your heart, having a heavy feeling about it, and not really being able to do anything about it. Now, one of 2 things will happen with this. Either you're able to communicate and find a way forward, or you're not able to communicate, or you do communicate and still you're not able to find a way forward. Which leads to the tip number 3 that I have for you. Tip number 3 is to realize that you really have to let go of some people in your life. And having to let go is never really easy, especially if you're doing it intentionally. What you can do to make space for it is, obviously, you've tried. You tried to communicate, things didn't work out, something happened, or It's just not working out for you. So what you do in that circumstance is allow yourself to get some closure. Recognize that the time that you spent together was important enough for you to hold on to those good memories, and rather than make the memories harsh or bad, or to hold on and cling on to something and make it worse, you leave it at the space that it has been. And maybe in future your vibrations are same enough, you cross each other's path in a similar way, and you're able to share a moment together again, even if it is of nostalgia and reminiscence, rather than making things bad that you're not able to come back again. So, and it's also very important as you level up, if you don't make space and let go of some things, some old things, how are you going to let new things enter your life? It's very important for you to make space and have things that are compatible with you around you. And as you create that space, universe doesn't really like a void, so it's going to do what it can do to get you to the right frequency, to get you the right people at that particular frequency for you to be able to vibe with. And that's going to fill that space that you need with the right kind of things at that kind of particular level. And also, which will then make you not feel so lonely. Often people say it's so lonely at the top and stuff like that. And I guess it could be, but it's also this in-between space where you have let go of things that were not matching your current vibe, and you're making space, you've made space for the new things, and you're just waiting for that space to be taken up. And that could feel a little lonely, I would assume, but hey, just be patient and recognize that that space is going to be taken by something good, and you need to hold your vibration high enough at that time. You need to keep working in yourself, stay on your path of self-development and leveling up, so that the person, so that the people, so that the tribe, so that the things that then come into your life are at the level that you need it to be, that you want it to be, which is able to keep pace with what you are and where you are. And just another bonus thing that I would like to share here is, like, we're not always just leveling up. There are times when we're not leveling up, we are staying stagnant, or there are also times when we are maybe a little bit regressing. Sometimes that happens as well, right? And that might cause some people to leave our lives as well. Now, if we are willing to make space as we are moving up for people to leave our lives, people are also allowed to do so, right? So maybe that can give you a little bit of perspective if you're at the receiving end of it at some time. But do recognize if you feel like that's happening. Communication is as powerful as it goes. You could be honest with that person and talk about how you're feeling in terms of things changing. Just state instances. When you did this, it made me feel like this. When you did this, this made it's different from how it was before, which brings this up inside me. And by citing example of how things have changed, maybe people are not doing it intentionally, and you're bringing it to their notice, and they can make things better. Or maybe you guys realize that it's not really going to work, and you figure out if there is an alternate way of working or not, just like we were discussing before. But it does give you space to hold on to things that matter, that are still in alignment, and that you care about. Well, those are the tips that I had for you today. I hope what I've shared resonates with you. Maybe it helps you a little bit. Do drop in a comment below and let me know what you think about, and let me know what you think about it. Share it with somebody who might be able to benefit from it. Click on like and subscribe to get notification when this channel posts new things. And this channel is definitely going to blow up. So be one of the original ones and drop a comment below saying original, so that when this blows up, people know you were one of the original ones here. I also have a video that you might be interested in, which I'm going to link up here. Do check that out as well. And without much further ado, and have a lovely day ahead. See you next week. Bye.